This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, I've been getting quite a few requests lately to do a particular solo, and if you've clicked on this video then you'll have seen the thumbnail and you will know that it's a solo by this chap, Snowy White, the solo from his 1983 song Bird of Paradise, which came from his debut album of that same year called White Flames. Anyway, here's the solo and then a brief explanation about what's going on in the solo. Okay then, let's take a quick look at what we've got going on here, beginning as usual with the chord sequence. We've got these chords here. So as you can see and hear, the overall tonality of this, the home chord that we're centering everything around, is the D minor pentatonic. So there's a D minor pentatonic. And here's another one. Another one. And another one. And basically what we're going to be doing is playing most of the licks based around that scale or those scale patterns, and we're going to add in a couple of extra notes from time to time. Where do they come from? Well, no surprises here. They come from the underlying chords. The B flat chord has a B flat note, which isn't in the D minor pentatonic. D minor pentatonic is the notes of D, F, G, A, C, by the way. So obviously there's no B flat note in that scale, but there is a B flat chord in the chord sequence, so we can borrow the B flat note from that chord and add it into the scale. The C chord as well has an E note in it. If you've ever played a bog standard open position C chord, you know that you're playing the open first E string as part of that chord. So even without any theory knowledge, you know that a C chord contains an E note. So we can add that note into the D minor pentatonic as well. And when you add B flat and E into D minor pentatonic, you get the D Aeolian mode. And here are some shapes for that particular scale here, and if you're a Patreon supporter you can get a copy of this sheet here to print out and refer to as many times as you like. So that's the D Aeolian mode. Okay, now the solo itself moves through various patterns of the D minor pentatonic plus those other couple of notes, making the Aeolian mode that I mentioned earlier. So let's start having a look at some of the licks. We begin with this one. Okay, just watch that little hop from the position 2, I guess you call it pattern 2 of D minor pentatonic. And then you've got to get to there fairly rapidly. But, you know, bit of practice, you'll be fine. So we're kind of moving between position 1 of the pentatonic here for that initial bend and then the rest of it. Notice the E note being added in there. And then that little kind of run there brings us back down into position 1. Next lick goes like that. And again, you can see we're starting in position 1 and then up into position 2. And then the next lick takes us up into position 3 of the D minor pentatonic, which looks like this. And we go, let me get the phrasing right, something like that. And then just this, another one of these little fairly rapid runs where it's, that's it, slowly. And there it is near a full speed. And we're approaching the halfway point now, and what we get now is and there's our B flat note being added in there, 18th fret on the top E string. There's that lick again. Bend up to it first, bend up to that B flat and back down, and then like that. And we're now halfway through the solo, or over halfway through the solo, and the rest of the solo is basically what I would refer to as bendy shenanigans. There's lots and lots of big sustained vibrato drenched bends up here, where you get all of that kind of stuff, and then later on we move up to this bend here, bending the C note at the 20th fret up to a D, really building to a head of steam to kind of reach the climax of the solo, which is basically coming out of this pattern here, position 4 of D minor pentatonic. And you know, we end the solo with, I'll do that again, that little lick there. And then we come to the slightly sort of Hendrixy couple of fills that take us back into the vocals, that are like this. And this one here is basically outlining a C major chord. You could make the argument there that that is basically a C major pentatonic lick, actually. That D Aeolian mode that we were talking about earlier contains not only the notes of D minor pentatonic, but it also contains the notes of C major pentatonic, which is what that lick is doing. And then we land over a B flat chord for this next lick here, which goes like that. So that pair of licks go, and then you're back into the main body of the song when the vocals resume. So that's a brief breakdown of what's going on in this rather wonderful solo by Snowy White. Have some fun with it. And as always, there is a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, and a backing track to play along with, and the scale patterns that you need to find your way around the neck, and that little clip that you've just seen of me playing and explaining the solo. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative, and maybe a little bit inspiring. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? Every little helps, as they say. I'll just give you a little bit of a reminder that this coming Friday, of course, it'll be a Friday, so we'll be having a live stream, 5 PM UK time. But basically, we're going on a little bit longer this week because it's in the run-up to Christmas. We're just going to get a little bit more unwound and have a few more beers and talk about more kind of guitar and music-related stuff and whatever springs to mind. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and especially in the run-up to Christmas. So I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.